Okay, we now have yet again more information on the food stamp crisis of November, and I want to bring it to your attention here in this video, along with the filing and the declaration that was filed earlier with the courts. I want to bring that to your attention, again, digging into that a little bit further, as well as some other information that we do now have out that's been released as far as money available and the steps that needs to be taken by USDA, the states, and to get that money to the beneficiaries, as well as the new revised delivery timeline on when these benefits could be hitting EBT cards, okay? A lot of new updates here, and we're going to talk through the details. Now, I also want to say I apologize to all of you that are going through this right now. This is a nasty situation, right? I've been seeing a lot of very concerned comments down below over the last several days. I'm hearing you, okay? I'm seeing your comments. I'm hearing you. I'm doing my best to keep you updated with information as it's coming across the wire. If you've been watching the videos here for the last several days, obviously things continue to change very rapidly, like multiple times a day. And I'm digging through that information as it's coming across the wire and bringing it to your attention here in these videos. And again, just want you to know, I'm here for you. I'm here on your team, doing anything I can to help you through this. Again, keep those comments rolling in. Thank you so much for watching these videos. Really appreciate it. Again, if you're new here, if you've not done so, please make sure to subscribe. I'll continue to keep you posted. A big subscribe button right down below. Let's get into the details. Okay. Let's do just a super fast little recap here. Okay, so earlier today, we got that declaration out. USDA dropped this declaration, delivered it to the courts as demanded from the order that was handed down on Saturday from District Judge John McConnell out of Rhode Island. Basically sent down that 7-page order over the weekend and said, you have until noon on Monday to give us an answer of how you're going to proceed with this, right? Okay, so we got that filing, the declaration today out of USDA as far as how they're going to move forward and proceed with these benefits to be distributed to the beneficiaries, and what is their plan to either get partial payments to beneficiaries soon or full payments to beneficiaries, again, also soon. Okay, we have some changes with all of this, okay? Let me walk you through all of this. And again, there's just a lot of moving parts. Let me update you with all the new information because, yet again, more information has come out this afternoon. Okay, so remember the contingency fund this whole time that we thought there's $5.25 billion? Well, technically there is, but they've already allocated about $600 million of that. Point being is that they actually don't have $5.25 billion available, but rather they have $4.65 billion available, which is interestingly enough, like pretty much exactly a half of what they need to send out the full benefit for the month. Interesting how that works, right? We've been talking about for several days now, expect about 50% of your benefit. And sure enough, it's exactly how much money they have. They need 9.2. And sure enough, after the deductions and money that's already been spent / allocated, they have $4.65 billion. After further review, that's how much they actually have now. So they're sure whittling this number down more and more and more. So that is literally half of what they actually need. So that just means exactly what we've been talking about for days now, which is when this partial payment comes out, expect half of what you generally get, okay? That's not necessarily new. I mean, I've said that many times, but the newly revised $4.65 billion is newly revised, and that's the new information, again, coming out today. Okay, but it's not only that. There's other things that I want to point out exactly out of that declaration and other information that has come out this afternoon that I think we need to dig into a little bit further. Remember, on Sunday, we had information out of the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, as he was out in the State of the Union, TV show, and he was in an interview for like a minute and a half, a minute and 40 seconds or something. He was talking about SNAP benefits in that interview. He indicated possible partial payments by Wednesday. Okay, that's what he said. Okay, he indicated partial payments by Wednesday. We need to update this timeline because as we look at the declaration that was handed down today and sent over the filing with the courts, here's what we found. USDA today is going to be updating the states and the issuance charts. Okay, so USDA basically has these issuance charts that they basically distribute to states, and states use these issuance charts to determine how much money will be going out to each respective household based on their eligibility of, for the program, right? Based on their household size, an individual, household of 2, 3, 4, 5, based on their household size and what they're eligible to receive. So they use these issuance charts to determine how much each household is going to receive from the program in any given month. Okay, well, easy enough. Somebody is eligible for the program. They're eligible for benefits. So obviously they would just in general get 100% of their monthly benefit that they're qualified and eligible to receive. Easy enough, right? Well, until now. Here's why. For the exact reason that I just pointed out a second ago, they only have 50% of the benefit. What does that mean? It means that states literally need to, along with the cooperation of USDA, need to calibrate their systems, recalibrate their systems to only send out 50% of the benefit. Now, to you and me, that would seem like super easy to do, right? It's just whatever you typically get, you basically just issue 50% of that. Not hard. But remember, the issuance of these benefits is automated. You don't have somebody sitting there pounding away on a keyboard every month sending out these benefits manually. It's all automated based on the calibrations within the machines, right? So what these states need to do, they need to take the issuance charts, basically issued by USDA, which are coming out to states today, okay? And again, they need to recalibrate their machines / computer systems to basically only issue 50% of the benefit for everybody. Well, guess what? Does that take like 1 minute or does that take like a long time? Well, surprise, surprise, it takes a long time. It doesn't take just 1 minute. It doesn't take just one day. But here is what they've said. This could take weeks to months, yes, weeks to months for them to do this. So with that being said, this whole idea of payments going out by Wednesday, partial payments, well, that is very optimistic thinking at this point. It would seem like, based on these remarks that were made today, and again, that are consistent with the declaration and the filing earlier today. Okay, so this is what we know now. So what do we need to know as of this, time going forward here? Obviously, here we are a couple days still into November. Well, what do we need to know going forward? Based on the remarks of the Treasury Secretary, Wednesday. That's in just a couple days from now. That's not very long, right? That'd be great. But it's a partial payment. Okay, but based on this declaration and filing that we're getting today as well, we're also finding that this could take weeks to months to actually get this whole thing hammered out. So yet again, we're kind of back in the same position we were in kind of over the weekend prior to the statements out of the Treasury Secretary, which is, well, I guess we don't really know anymore now, right? We're getting conflicting information. What's it going to be? Like 36 hours from right now? Or is it going to be like 36 days from right now? You know what I mean? That's a big difference. Also, coming down to the whole government shutdown situation, I mentioned this earlier, and I always want to clarify this and just point this out because, okay, USDA and the new issuance charts and states recalibrating their systems and stuff like this, it seems like a lot of work, honestly. It seems like a lot of work and a lot of time to do all of this. But realistically, if lawmakers came today, which they're voting today, they're voting this afternoon, like very soon here, they're voting to reopen the government again for something like the 14th time or something. I think this is the 14th time they're going to be voting, okay? My point being is that they're voting again. If they were to just vote and pass some type of resolution, continuing resolution, whatever, a long-term funding bill, whatever they decide to do, if they were to do this and just get the government funded for the next 2 months, 3 months, whatever it happens to be, this whole situation would be fine for at least the next couple months here. But get this, what lawmakers are currently voting on right now is to fund the government through November 21st. That's in like two and a half weeks. You know what I mean? This is nuts. So we would do absolutely nothing other than delay for like 2.5 weeks, like 2 weeks. And that's all that this would accomplish. It would not really do anything. So anyway, they're talking about possibly extending this out even further. But as of right now, to fix this whole issue, all they would have to do is just refund the government, open the whole thing back up, and then everything would be fine. The money would be flowing again. But unfortunately, I don't know about that. It seems like it's not going to be happening anytime soon, based on what I'm reading, based on what I'm seeing, and how much they are apart. As in their negotiations, they're not even close to their negotiations. So with that being said, it's likely going to be quite a bit longer, probably a couple more weeks based on just what they're doing right now. Okay. And again, with this whole SNAP situation, the food stamp situation, and possibly coming together on a little bit of a solution, definitely not a fix for the whole program, definitely not a long-term solution, but maybe a little temporary Band-Aid on this thing for like a short amount of time, they may not have the urgency to reopen the government as quickly because they might think, oh, the whole food stamp thing is kind of handled for now. And we don't have quite that urgency to come and open it up so that, you know, people can get their necessary benefit. So we've got a huge cluster on our hands. Let's just say that much, right? You know what I'm saying? A huge old big, it's not good. You know what I mean? So, wow. Anyway, want to bring you this quick update here. So anyway, drop your comments down below. If you happen to see any pending on your EBT card over the coming days here, drop it down below. Now, I want to say this much. Don't tell me how much you're getting. Okay, that's not my business. It's nobody else's business. I'm not asking to say, hey, how much you're getting. No, I don't want to know that. That's none of my business. I don't need to know that. All I'm saying is that if you see anything pending, drop a comment down below on any video here on the channel and just let me know what you're seeing out there across the entire country. Now, I want to point something else out that's kind of cool, and I'm curious if other states are going to implement this as well. Virginia implemented what they're calling VENAP, okay? Virginia Emergency Nutrition Assistance Program, okay? So here's what they're doing. They are issuing weekly SNAP benefits on cards for the people within the state of Virginia. They're doing it weekly, not monthly, weekly payments in the state of Virginia. Makes me wonder, because they're already seeing pretty good success with it, it makes me wonder if other states are going to roll something else like this as well. To my knowledge, Virginia is the only one that's issuing it like in this little type of program. I mean, there's plenty of other states out there that are issuing some kind of emergency benefit right now or something, you know, a little bit of help. But it looks like Virginia is offering this for this entire month through their little dedicated VENAP program, Virginia Emergency Nutrition Assistance Program is what they're implementing. And it's weekly benefits, weekly pay. So I don't know. That's kind of cool. It's nice to see that. Not sure if other states will roll something else out. Again, I know a lot of other states are issuing all kinds of different emergency orders and states of emergency and doing all kinds of special things right now. But at the end of the day, it's not really replacing what people are not necessarily getting right now on their cards. That makes sense, right? Anyway, I would imagine between now and the end of the day, we're probably going to get another update. I don't know. I'm just saying, based on how fast things are developing and how many updates we're getting every day lately, I would imagine we're probably going to get something else out today. If not, well, obviously I'll keep you posted. But again, wanted to jump back here really quickly and update the information that came out about the new delivery timeline on this. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not all that shocked, just because this is what it seems like they do all the time, right? They dangle the carrot, they bait the hook, and oh, we're going to get these out so fast. Just sit back and relax. We're so good here. We're going to get this out so fast to you. And then before you know it, they come back and they're like, oh yeah, you know, just kidding. It's actually going to take us like multiple weeks to do this. So right now, I mean, it could be anywhere between Wednesday and, well, the next couple of months. I mean, that's literally kind of what they're saying right now. It's like, well, yeah, probably any time between like Wednesday of this week and like the next 2 months or so. Yeah, that's kind of what they're saying, right? I'm sorry, but that's a huge range. That's a huge range. And to only get 50% of the benefit is like, okay, yeah, that's really helpful. Thanks a lot for all that, right? So anyway, just want to come back for you really quickly here, give you the latest updates on where we're at here. If you'd like, I can feature that declaration that was filed earlier. I can feature that in another video if you'd like me to. Otherwise, I could probably grab the link and stick it down below in the description if you want as well, if you want to read it. If you do, well, if I do stick it down below, which I can grab the link for it, it's just like a PDF. But I would say just read numbers like 24 and beyond. It's all the points in there are numbered, like 24 and after on this declaration that I'm talking about here. I can put the link down below in the description. Only read like 24 and after, okay? Those are the ones that really talk about the delay and the issuance charts and all that information like that going out to states and recalibrating their technology to get out the 50% of benefit, all of that information like that. That's what I would say, okay? Anyway, I hope this helps you out. Again, keep those comments rolling in. Again, if you're new here, if you've not done so, please make sure to subscribe. It's 100% free. Yeah, leave your comments down below. Otherwise, just let me know if you're seeing anything pending on your cards over the coming days here. Just drop a comment. Again, don't tell me the dollar amount. That's not my business whatsoever. But just let me know what you're seeing out there as well. And again, across the whole country, some states might see them earlier. Some states might see them quite a bit later. It's going to be all based on the speed of the state as well, right? It's not like all at the same time, because all of these states are different, right? They're all different. They all administer the program a little bit differently. So this is nuts time right now. Anyway, I don't think Corey is not here. No. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna have my wife Corey come in when she can, and she's gonna help me out with this. But thank you so much for watching this. Really appreciate all of you. And again, I know this is tough out there. And again, like I said earlier, I apologize to all of you that are going through this right now. I can't imagine like just the indecision, the uncertainty, everything that's going on right now. Just trying to figure this whole situation out. Again, it just seems like a total mess with everything that's happening right now. Okay. Anyway.